Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another recap of a movie I watched on my time. I irritated my skin right here. So I'm gonna leave that alone. so so today's movie is Bound by Blackmail. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it starts off with this lady named Nicole. Her daughter's going away to college. Her name is Ari. So after she drops her, I think about an hour away to her college, her dorm, and set her up or whatever, she comes back home. And, she's feeling kind of like, let me see, sad that her daughter's gone. So she goes into her room, and she sits on her bed and she's just like, missing that her daughter's not there. So she's on her bed and she sees a note that her daughter left her, and it says, "I love you too, Mom. Now get out my room." It was like her daughter knows her all too well. So later that night she made her some that's a TV dinner, and she ate that, and she went on to sleep or whatever. So the next day she meets up with one of her friends from back in the day, and her friend tells her about this program that she's in, and that'd be good for her to meet new people or whatever. So eventually she ends up going with her friend. Her friend's name is Diane. She goes to some seminar, and she finally gets some more information about it. And then Diana is telling Nicole that their other friend from back in the day, Phyllis, is also in the program. So that she was like, okay, Nicole was like, okay, that'd be a good chance to catch up with all of us together, and rekindle our friendship and stuff like that. So after going to the seminar, Nicole goes to the program at this building. She goes to the program, and she sees her friend Phyllis, and she also, try to get reacquainted with her. So after that, the day goes on. After they leave out of there, I think it was either the same day or the next day, Phyllis warns Nicole, like, you got to get out of here. It's not safe. You don't need to be here. And Nicole was like, okay. Eventually, she was gonna meet up with Phyllis that same day. So Nicole goes home. Phyllis supposed to come by Nicole's home. While Nicole is cooking dinner, she hears like this noise. She goes outside to check, and she's like, "Well, there's nobody there." But come to find out, somebody kidnapped Phyllis, and did away with her. So the next day goes by, and Nicole goes over to Phyllis's house and sees that she wanted to see what was going on because she was supposed to show up the night before, and she never came. So we're doing so. Phyllis's sister also comes to the house. Her name is Robin, and she was like, "Well, I'm looking for your sister. You must be Robin," and stuff like that. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." She's like, "Are you from Initiative?" And Nicole was like, "No." "Well, kinda." Then she was like, "Well, you gotta leave." Eventually, she ends up going back, and Robin and Nicole, they hit it off pretty well. And they started looking into Phyllis's things and seeing what went wrong. They opened up, they went to the police, and supposedly the police wasn't doing nothing. Yeah, it's twisted. Yeah, the police wasn't doing nothing. They wanted to open up a formal investigation. So Nicole asked Robin for the detective name. She goes down to the police station, and she talks to the detective personally. And he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna look into it." I mean, right there could have been a red flag. Like, something was off. You're not really trying to investigate what really happened, and it's just like, But my suspicions was right about watching this whole movie. It was so right. Like, first part of it, I was like, So then Nicole goes back to the place and she explains to the head person, I think it's Kevin. It's Kevin and Justin who are brothers. And then you also have Diane, so she's supposed to be like a head chairperson or whatever. So it's all three of them working, to run the program. So after Nicole runs that information to Kevin, she starts getting these threats and these phone calls telling her to leave initiative alone, but she's not thinking none of it. Eventually down the line, she gets Robin to kind of help her. Oh, sorry. To help her, kind of write a story so that they can expose the initiative or whatever. So, with that being said, Nicole, she also run into this other girl who's also at the program, Megan. She's been trying to get out of the program and she hasn't been able to, so she's been sad and lonely. And then, the threats start coming more frequently to Nicole. And then after Phyllis dies, um, Megan supposedly lures Nicole into the sauna of the place. And, she ends up getting trapped. And then the same person, whew, this same person comes in and tries to attack her while she's in a sauna. So she eventually calls the detective again and tells her what happened and stuff like that. And he's like, well, we could do this and we could do this. But yeah, long story short, the person behind the killings and the stuff was Diana. I suspected her from jump and she was behind it. Also, Justin, he's also one of the head persons of creating the group initiative, which is Kevin's brother. He was behind it, which is also Diana's fiance. Kevin was kind of like clueless about what was going on. Megan, she was really trying to get out the program. Phyllis knew that, and plus each class is expensive, so it's like each level, I think it's like probably like 20 levels or whatever. So each level, you pay more money, more money to stay in the program. And eventually, after a while, these ladies couldn't afford it. So basically, they come to find out that they were all being secretly recorded by, they have like this ungodly hour of doing like confessions, secrets or whatever. So they tell people their deepest, darkest secrets, and that was recorded. And then it's come to find out that the head people knew about it, so they would use that against them to keep them into the program. So they couldn't go home. They didn't have money to pay. So eventually they end up staying there working and cleaning up the building, whatever the case may be. So the detective that was supposed to be trying to handle the case, he was one of the silent partners in the program because Nicole was able to find all that out with some of the help of Diane at first. And she took a picture of this picture that Kevin had on his desk, and he saw that detective was in the picture. So with that doing so, it's twisted, but yeah, Nicole ends up getting attempted kidnap by Detective Hale, and he ends up having her arrested because she's pepper sprayed his face to get free. So he got her locked up. Then Diana, she lets Nicole go by placing her bail. And, Nicole figured out, that they was all behind it. Her daughter ends up coming home because Nicole finds out that they was watching her daughter as well. So her daughter Ari comes home and they kind of like in cahoots with each other, trying to figure out what happened and stuff. So Robin gets killed as well. Nicole and Ari, they devise a plan to get Diana and Justin so they can go to the right people to get the files that they found on them. So long story short, Justin and the detective and Diana, they all get arrested by some other cops. And, I think Nicole takes Ari back to her college. And then at the end, it shows somebody watching her as well. So we're trying to think, hopefully it might be another person, an initiative that's trying to come after her. But yeah, it was twisted. My suspicions was right. Diana, she was there trying to get her from the get-go. But she was the person who introduced her to the program. Introduced her to the program. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. You can check it out on Lifetime. You can check it out on Lifetime. The Lifetime app. Yeah. So with that being said, and hope you enjoy, give me a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.